Right, this is a video for a Honda CR-V. This is a 2.2 EX diesel on a 60 plate, as you can see here. Car's covered 79,000 miles, finished in Nighthawk black, and with these lovely chrome sidebars fitted as well. Car's in beautiful condition. This is the facelift version, so this gets a whole host of improvements. Notably, of course, the DTEC diesel engine, which is very smooth running indeed. Worth pointing out, the engines always had much noisier on these videos than they do when you actually stood here. Lenses on the car, absolutely clean as a whistle. There's no cracks, dents, cracks or condensation in them. Paintwork on the car is in absolutely beautiful condition. Unfortunately, it is a damp, dank day today. I don't get choice as to when I can do these videos really, because I have so many to do. But I've picked this one because it is so clean. It's not really going to hide much at all. Front tyre, Dunlop, loads of tread, alloy absolutely spot on there. Coming down the flank of the car, I couldn't see a dimple dent on there at all. There's hardly a mark of note on the vehicle, on the side of the vehicle that I can see at all. Rear tyre again, plenty of tread on it. Alloy again, completely unmarked, and obviously you can tell this is the later plate cars with these style alloys. But really grand looking car, it really is. Come around the back of the vehicle, again, all very clean and tidy. If I just pop the boot open as well. In the boot there, we've got its full complement of original equipment, so tonneau cover, middle shelf, all intact. Tonneau cover, obviously just pop that back there, and then exposes this middle shelf, which I don't particularly find useful. I'm sure people do, but if you don't want them in the way, you just pop them down into these shaped recesses down here. And that means you can just put it out of the way, and it protects the carpeted area as well on there, on the car. Come to the near side of the vehicle, again absolutely spot on, very clean and crisp. Just go down there just to show you just how nice. Can't see any indentations there at all. Rear tyre again, plenty of tread on it, alloy unmarked, and then the panel work, as you can see, all very crisp indeed. Final wheel, always nice to see a full complement of a good brand tyre, and there's another Dunlop on there, and alloy with only the tiniest little bit of curbing. It's the only thing that gives it game away, just see a little bit on there. But overall, exterior of the car in absolutely exquisite condition, and a testament to whoever's had the car previously. Coming to the back of the car now, all rear door card. You've got these new style door handles on these later versions, far less scratch, or far more scratch resistant I should say, than the previous ones, which would mark relatively easy. Absolutely massive amount of legroom in these CR-Vs. Leatherwork, all in beautiful condition. These seats can be adjusted in a couple of ways. You can obviously fold them all the way forward, but you can in fact adjust the backrest angle, on a little tab there, and underneath, just underneath here, there's a little bar there. If you pull that bar up, you can pull these seats forward a good sort of 6 or 7 inches to increase the boot space in the back of the car if you so wish. So coming to the front of the car now, driver's door card, generally very good with only tiniest amount of wear showing on the vehicle. Car benefits from a full set of interior mats. CR-V garnish on these later versions as well, you can see down there. Electric heated leather seat there, and all in very nice order. Passenger seat, likewise, pretty much unmarked, and looks pretty much like new, to be honest with you. They do wear incredibly well, these cars. If I just look up here a second, and then you've got this big glass panoramic roof. On a bright sunny day, if we ever get another one, just pull the blind across with a flick of a switch, and then open it, press the same button again, but all working perfectly. Right, so inside the car now, engine's running as it has been all the way through on the video. Just to quickly show you, full owner's manual pack incorporating the car manual and the nav system manual, plus the lock and wheel nut key for the car. But the plastic's all in really fine order in here. It's one of the cleanest I've ever seen. In these new ones, you get a little USB lead in there, so you can plug your phone in, it charges the phone and obviously plays out any music you might have stored. Sat-nav system, all fully functional, dead easy to use as well, and obviously pop that into reverse and you get a lovely clear parking camera to complement the parking sensors on the car. Access to the CD is dead easy, just press a button there and out that pops, so nice and simple. Dual zone climate control, highly effective. Air conditioning pumping out lovely cold air on the car. Gear lever and its surround all in very, very nice order. Coming down the centre console here, cup holders, electric heated seats, all working exactly as they should. Oops, put that one on. And then coming up to the steering wheel, so we've got multifunction steering wheel with audio controls on the top left, cruise control on top right, hands-free functions on the bottom left there, and information display on the right hand side. Auto lights and auto wipers on this particular car, and you can see engines running with 79,462 miles and no warning lights on the vehicle at all. But overall, a car in really, really fine order that drives absolutely beautifully. More of which in a second on the following road test of this actual car. Right, this is the road test video for a Honda CR-V. This is a 2.2 EX diesel. This is the latest DTEC engined version. Particular car is registered EJ60FGA, and the mileage at the start of this brief road test is 79,431 miles. The reason we do the road tests is basically so customers get to see the very car they're looking at and are interested in actually in operation, and I can report back on the test drive if there's anything I need to about the car, good, bad or otherwise, and I do that as well, and give you just some basic information on the car, so when you come and see it you know what to expect to see. Road tests also done on the same roads very close to our premises, where you'll be road testing the vehicle if interested, so it should be obviously wholly representative of what you should feel. Starting with the engine on the car, obviously this is the Honda DTEC engine, the later version. The engine starts absolutely instantly. It's very, very, very quiet indeed. There's no strange noises, whirrings or whistles or anything. No warning lights on the car relating to the engine or for anything else, or anything else for that matter, sorry. What's lovely about these later DTEC engines is they've lost a lot of that kind of whining that the CTDI engine used to have from its auxiliary belt. It's a very, very sweet revving engine, and this is a fantastic example. It's just got all its power still there, pulls really, really, really well. Very refined indeed. Engine obviously runs through clutch into gearbox. Clutch of the car utterly smooth in operation, silent pedal. When the clutch is in or out, there's no change in engine note, no vibrations, nothing at all, and the clutch bites absolutely perfectly at exactly the right point on the pedal travel as well. Clutch then goes through into the 6-speed gearbox, another classic, really well done Honda gearbox. Just feels robust to the touch. It's got a really lovely short shift action compared to most cars. Even more sort of sports saloons. It's just got a lovely, really sort of click action to it. But very, very, very nicely done. Very high quality synchrometrical nut Hondas. We've never, ever touched a manual gearbox on one of these cars. Even with quite massive mileages, they are incredibly strong. But I cannot detect a single ounce of wear in the gear linkage at all. It's all in really, really fine order, and it's really is a lesson to other manufacturers in just how to manufacture a good manual gearbox. Also a nice high position, so your hand literally just goes across on the steering wheel there. There's no reaching down for it or reaching out of the seat. Just ergonomically very nicely done. As I drive along, just listening out for wind noises that shouldn't be there. If there might be a bit of wind hiss from a damaged seal or poorly fitted screen or sunroof, but it's very, very quiet and subdued in here. Brakes on the car, lovely brake pedal, lovely and firm. The car's just gone through a brand new MOT, not done by us, we have them done independently of us for fairly obvious reasons. It passed, and they advised rear brake pads which were getting a little bit on the low side, so they have been done, but the pedal itself, lovely and solid, no vibrations, no pulsing at all, so all in very, very fine order. Equally, steering of the car tracks absolutely bullet straight, no vibrations, doesn't pull left, right or otherwise. A lovely positive power steering system on the car, and again, what's very hard to get across on the video is just how as one the car still feels. It just feels, cliched as it may sound, I'm going to say, it just feels like new. It's got that lovely tautness and tightness about it, you know, which then goes through to the chassis of the car. You know, the suspension is very smooth riding, very well controlled, no horrible knocking noises underneath, which you can get with cars of this age, where you might have a bit sort of, you know, rubbers perished underneath, but no, it's all in wonderful, wonderful order. So the actual drive of the vehicle, you know, you will not fault in any way, shape or form. And as I said, if you compared it to most cars of this mileage, it just shows how well Honda make these cars. I mean, it's a beautiful car to drive. But, you know, 79,000 miles, and it really genuinely doesn't feel any different to, you know, a much, much, much lower mileage one, sort of 20,000 mile versions. Looking around inside the car, all in very, very good order indeed. This is obviously the later facelifted version, so it benefits from sort of upgraded plastics on the inside. Also inside here now, this little cubby hole, you've got a USB lead in there, which you can plug your phone into, it charge and play sort of music through the radio as well. But it's all the plastics, everything looks really fresh indeed, and we haven't valeted it yet, it's not been touched, but it just has that genuine crispness inside the car, which only a sort of nicely looked after car will ever really truly achieve. And as you can see there, sat nav, nice high up display, nice big, easy to read, dead easy to use. It's slightly antiquated in all honesty, which is good, because for antiquated people like me, I can get on with it. I don't have to talk to it, so I can if I want, but I, you know, press buttons. It's just so simple to use. Obviously pop it into reverse and you then got yourself a nice crystal clear rear parking camera on the car as well, but it all works beautifully. Coming down then, we've got dual zone climate control, so side to side if you can have different temperatures if you so wish. Again, all works absolutely fabulously. I checked the air conditioning, and that's pumping out very cold air. Obviously on a cooler day like today I've got the heater on, but I have checked that as a matter of course. All the switches in beautiful order. Coming across the main binnacle of the vehicle, as I said before, there's no warning lights on the car. It all drive, you know, they're all absolutely spot on. Multifunction steering wheel just feels like new in my hands. It really does. It's in a very, very, very fine order. But you've got your auto lights, auto wipers. But everything I pressed on the vehicle on test drive has worked absolutely superbly. You know, as I said, you know, if there's something to criticise on the vehicle, I will do so. But on this particular car, I genuinely cannot fault the vehicle. It drives absolutely beautifully. Clearly, if I've missed anything out in this video, don't hesitate, please do give us a call, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you may well have.